היא הייתה הבת של הרוח, הייתה יחפה, ניקוד אחר ופרוע, כמו מים, כמו סופה, מתוך צעיפים שקופים, היא שומעת כל המון פראי, היא לא רוקדת, היא יפה, מה היא חושבת שהיא? משוגעת, היא ברקת בקטוף, כשרקדה את עצמה לדעת, רקדה את עצמה עד הסוף, בסוף המחול שכחה הכל, כל כך שטויה היא הייתה, סימנה בגופה את הדרך לחופש, אבל נשמע טוב, שומעת קול, היא לא רוקדת, היא יפה, כאילו שבסוף היא תיפול. בכל העולם היא תתבע לרגע, ומה שהוא בו היא ליפול. אירופה בלילה צונן, 1900. היחידה עכשיו מהעבר עד לעתיד הנצחה עוד נושם טלטל התמיד כמת פה וכמת שם אבל החיוך עוד רחב כהגם הזמן עוצר ליד יופי ומחייב ואת עדיין אותה אחת את עדיין אותה אחת שהיא
במרכז המסחרי המאובק התענוג מתחיל בהליכה איטית שקולה ומדודה כמו טורבו מאובק השרירים החרודים מהנסיעה הארוכה משתחררים בתענוג בכל הגוף מסתרגים ומתמקדים נעשים קשוחים ברוח שמצליח אבק וחום על הפרצוף. כל העניין הוא לשתות משהו קר בלב מדבר. כל העניין הוא לשתות משהו קר בלב מדבר. העיירה עושה את עצמה מתנמנמת, אותנו זה אפילו לא מצחיק. חוסים ברחבה בכמו חגיגיות סמויה, עוזבים לשמש את העיר. צרור נגישות טמבור עוצר אותנו כאחד, נגמר וחצי מהצל. עומדים בשמש לא נין לא זיע מחכים, נגמר וחצי מהצל. כל
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. How wonderful that we were able to usher our way into the service with the incredible music of David Broza, a wonderful Israeli rock and folk singer. And to our cantorial intern, Josh, thank you for streaming that into our service. One of the reasons why it's so incredible today is that today, this past day, we have been celebrating Yom Yerushalayim, Jerusalem Day, and our service is dedicated to music of Israel, to songs of Jerusalem, and to creating peace in our day. Friends, my name is Rabbi Zach Shapiro. I'm delighted to be here along with Cantor Lonnie Freilich and our cantorial intern, Josh Goldberg. Let's have Shabbos, and we're going to begin with Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Ve'al kulam. Take it, Cantor.
Salam Aleinu ve'al kolam. Salam, salam. Salam Aleinu ve'al kolam. Salam, salam. Josh.
Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu. Od Yavo Shalom Aleinu ve'al kulam.
We continue our service with the lighting of our Shabbat candles. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
And we raise our glasses wherever you are. If you have a Kiddush cup, raise it up and we will make Kiddush together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav veratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש Shabbat. L'chaim.
L'chaim. Thank you, Josh. What an honor it is now to invite forward the president of Temple Akiba, Ira Diamond, to offer a welcome on behalf of the board. Shabbat Shalom, Ira.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It is such a pleasure being here with all of you tonight. On behalf of our board of directors, I welcome everyone to our Temple Akiba virtual Shabbat service tonight. And also, it's such a pleasure having Josh Goldberg, our cantorial intern here. Welcome, Josh. We have lots happening at Temple Akiba virtually. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we have Torah study. And tomorrow night at 7:15 p.m., we have Havdalah service, which I love. Links can be found on our website. Also, I just want to remind everybody that we have a very important meeting happening next Wednesday, which is our annual congregational meeting. It's at 7 p.m. And this is an opportunity for all of the members of Temple Akiba to help shape the future of our temple. So I hope to see all of you there. We'll be sending out links early next week, Monday and Wednesday. So look for those links. So in conclusion, on behalf of our board of directors, I am sending everybody a great big virtual hug.
Thank you
Shabbat
so much.
Shalom.
Thanks so much, Ira. We're going to continue with the singing of Lecha Dodi. And this is a prayer that reminds me so much of my time in Jerusalem. In fact, the melody that we have chosen comes from Jerusalem. It's the Kol HaNeshama melody. And we invite you, wherever you are, when we get to the final verse, Cantor will instruct us to rise and to face the room, the door through which you entered your prayer space tonight. Josh, why don't you take it away?
Lecha dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 Shabbat nekabela. Shamor vezachor vezibur echad, Hishmiyanu el hameyuchad. Adonai echad, Shmo echad, Shemo tiferet velichina.
Lecha dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'lemcha, ki mekor habraka. מראש מקדם נשותה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תפילה. קנטרולני.
Lecha dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kalai, yalalai, 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 b'nei Shabbat nekabela. And we ask for all who are able in your homes to please rise and face the entrance to welcome the Sabbath bride. Ohi v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha uvsola.
We invite all who are able to please rise to remain standing actually for our formal call to worship the Baruch Hu.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Continue with the words of Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. We'll continue with the words of the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha bechol levavcha uvechol nafshecha uvechol meodecha vehayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom malevavecha veshinantam levanecha vedibarta bam beshiftecha beveitecha uvlechtecha vaderech ushochbecha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha vehayu letotafot beineinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem emet.
When the children of Israel escaped Egypt and they were on their way to the promised land, they crossed through the Sea of Reeds, and it was their first breath of freedom after 400 years of being in a foreign place. we sing the song that they chanted as they crossed the Sea of Reeds. We do a slightly different melody sometimes. Please join me. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורתי לא דושי פלא, נורתי לא דושי פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקי הים לפני משה, זה אלינו ויאמרו, זה אלינו ויאמרו. אדוני אלוהינו לעולם ועד, אדוני אלוהינו לעולם ועד. יאי לי לי, יאי לי לה 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 לה, יאי לה 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 לה, יאי לי לה 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 לה, יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי לי לי.
We'll continue with this melody in honor of Yom Yerushalayim. This is a piece called Sha'alu Shalom by our friend Cantor Marcia Atty. Pray for well-being of Jerusalem. May all those who love you be at peace. For you are a light that shines upon the world. My heart turns to you to pray for peace. Shalom, shalom, Yerushalayim, Yishlayu, oh Havayim. Shalom, shalom, Yerushalayim, Yishlayu, oh Havayim. Im eshkachech Yerushalayim, tidbak leshoni lechiki, im lo a'aleh et Yerushalayim al rosh simchati. Shalom, shalom, Yerushalayim, Yishlayu, oh Havayim. Shalom, shalom, Yerushalayim, Yishlayu, oh Havayim. Yishlayu, oh Havayim.
Josh, that was so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that, Craig. I believe it's Craig Talman.
Marcia Atty, Cantor Marcia Atty.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of the wrong one. Thank you for sharing that. That was just so stirring and beautiful. We're going to continue now with the Amidah. So we invite all who are able once again to please rise, find which direction Jerusalem is in the east and face that direction, and we'll continue together.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Spatai Tifka. Na 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 Ufiagi Tehilatecha. Tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot ve'imahot, Umevi Geula Livnei v'nehem, Leman Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshia u'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah, Rav lehoshia, Morid hatal, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umidom melach, Melech memit umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
We're going to take a moment now for our own private reflections and perhaps think of something that was moving to you this past week. Perhaps it's about a hope that you have for the next week. But we take this moment to look inward so that we can face the world as Shabbat continues.
We continue our service with the singing of Yerushalayim Shel Zahav in honor of Yom Yerushalayim today. And Josh and I are going to be singing our classic Akiba English version, and then Ron Galprin is going to join us on our last verse in Hebrew. The olive trees that stand in silence upon the hills of time, to hear the voices of the city as bells of evening chime. The shofar sounding from the temple to call the world to prayer. The shepherd pauses in the valley and peace is everywhere. Yerushalayim shel zahav v'shel nechoshet v'shel or alo lechol shiraich ani kinor. Yerushalayim shel zahav v'shel nechoshet v'shel or alo lechol shiraich ani kinor.
the water well for those who thirsted, the ancient market square, your golden sun that lights the future for people everywhere. How many songs, how many stories the stony hills recall. Around her heart my carries a lonely ancient call. Yerushalayim shel zahav v'shel nechoshet v'shel or, halo lechol shiraich ani chinor. Yerushalayim shel zahav v'shel nechoshet v'shel or,
אוויר הרים צלול כיין וריח אורנים נישא ברוח הארבעים עם כל פעמונים ופתרתמת אילן ואבן שבויה בחלומה העיר אשר בדד יושבת ובליבה חומה ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור הלא לכל שירייך אני כינור, כינור.
As Ram was beautifully singing that, as you can tell, we're leading services outside our house, and a dog started singing with Ron. I don't know if people could hear that out in Zoom Facebook land. Thanks, Ron. Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, this beautiful song of Jerusalem of gold, of peace. We really feel that in our hearts and our souls. We come to a part of our service where we really are looking for peace for our world, for our homeland, and for ourselves, and for people that we love. Just before services, I learned that a daughter in our congregation who is only in 8th grade is going through a situation with colitis right now. And there's a lot of pain that's involved, but there's solutions as well. And so our heart goes out. Someone who is that young should not be experiencing this kind of pain. Our hearts and souls are truly with everyone who is in need of healing. And so as we offer the Misha Berach prayer, we're going to ask you to please think of those who you are seeking healing, for whom you are seeking healing, and say those names out loud. You can put them in the box on YouTube if you're watching via YouTube, and just know that we will receive those names and take them to our hearts.
Bless those in need of healing.
Shabbat Shalom again, everyone. Special thanks to Cantor Freilich and Josh Goldberg, who we've all seen on camera, but the unsung Hebrew, the unsung hero is Carol Diamond, who is also part of our team working behind the scenes, just helping to make sure that our services are running smoothly so that all of you can be receiving them. And please know that even though we are not here in person, we truly feel your energy. And it's as though we're in each other's homes right now. And our homes are the holiest places that we have. All of this, these past couple of months have been a great big experiment in many ways. And we're learning new ways to try to reach and to teach and to touch one another. And that, in essence, is what Judaism is about. Friends, today marks the end of an incredible modern Jewish observance, Yom Yerushalayim, or Jerusalem Day. Created after the reunification of Jerusalem following the Six-Day War in 1967, the festival celebrates the regaining of access of the Western Wall, known in Hebrew as the Kotel. The Kotel has been a magnet for our people for centuries. So many of our prayers face the wall. In North America, we face east. In South Africa, we pray north. In Northern Israel, we pray south. The wall literally absorbs our prayers. And when we're there, we can often feel the vibrations of the prayers from all over the world. It's an intense feeling for anyone who's been there. Many who have had the opportunity to go there, when they're at the wall, they share a variety of feelings, an overwhelming sense of history, of belonging, of peoplehood, of awe, and yes, sometimes of a little bit of bewilderment. It's often said to me of people who go to the wall that they feel like they're talking to a wall. Yes, the Kotel has been a magnet, but a magnet, of course, has two polarities. Sure, it can draw us close, but a magnet can also repel. As much as the wall has embraced us, there have been forces that push us away. There are those who belong and those who don't belong. And the ones who decide who belong and don't belong, those aren't the ones who are listening to our Shabbat service broadcast here right now. You see, the wall is under strict religious supervision in Israel. Well, what does this exactly mean? A little bit of history. Prior to Israel's statehood, David Ben-Gurion, who would eventually become the nation's first prime minister, was chairman of the Jewish Agency for Israel. In order to present a unified vision to the United Nations Special Committee on Palestine, Ben-Gurion created a letter to address what's formerly known as status quo, an understanding that the secular nature of the new country would not be compromised by religious institutions. Further, religious institutions within Judaism would have authority in the following areas. They had authority over Shabbat observance. It would be from Friday night to Saturday night, and it would become a national day of rest. To this day, or let's say prior to COVID, but even during COVID, El Al, for example, the national airline, would only fly 6 days a week. They never flew on Shabbat. Second, kitchens in Israel's official institutions would be kosher by Orthodox authority. A third area that was outlined, laws concerning families like marriage and divorce would only be conducted by rabbinical courts for Jews and parallel authorities for those in other religions. This is why to this day, a Reform rabbi in Israel doesn't have authority to officiate at these religious life cycles. And finally, what the status quo letter determined was, well, who is a Jew? And they said that a Jew could only be defined by those determined by the Orthodox authorities. In writing this letter of status quo, Ben-Gurion made it clear that Israel would be a secular state in nature while handing all Jewish religious control to Orthodox authorities. And so we come back to the kotel, to the wall. For Israel, the wall is akin to an Orthodox congregation, and therefore men and women are separated. Men must wear head coverings, all must dress modestly, and Shabbat protocols are in place. No electronics are allowed, for example. In this past generation, movement has been afoot to create new opportunities at the kotel. In 1988, Women of the Wall was founded to advocate for and empower women's voices. Their website states, as Women of the Wall, our central mission is to attain social and legal recognition of our right as women to wear prayer shawls, pray, and read from the Torah collectively and aloud at the Western Wall. Unfortunately, in the time that the Women of the Wall have been active, things that are very un-Jewish have happened against that group. They've been spat upon, they have been attacked, they have been vilified, just because they want a space at the kotel to pray. In addition to the Women of the Wall, a few years ago, I had the privilege of leading the Torah service at the first ever egalitarian prayer service at the kotel. Now, it wasn't at the main section, it was a little further south, but it was historic in nature. And the day after I helped lead the service with the Central Conference of American Rabbis, my photo was in newspapers all over Israel and throughout the world, saying, Rabbi Zach Shapiro of Temple Akiba is, well, if it was a paper that was on the progressive side, said, has broken barriers to lead these services. And if it was a paper that was not on the progressive side, the paper said that I personally am one of those people who's trying to destroy the fabric of Judaism. Now, I didn't realize at the time that our worship would take on that kind of historic significance. So indeed, things do seem to be moving in the right direction, opening the door to progressive voices, while still respecting the space for all who wish to pray with Jewish integrity. And then yesterday happened. The mayor of Jerusalem, Moshe Leon, responded to a question regarding egalitarian prayer that includes mixed gender. And he said, doesn't belong at the Western Wall. It's a shame that in our day, as we seek to bring enlightenment to the world, we continue to face these challenges. Now, the mayor later updated his remarks, and he said the Western Wall is holy to the entire Jewish people in Israel and the diaspora, and everyone without exception is invited to pray at the complex in accordance with the customs of the site. The customs of the site. This is to say, in accordance with Orthodox custom. Dear friends, I don't mean to speak about divisions in Judaism. I want so very much to reach out with a massive umbrella that embraces Jews of all denominations, political affiliations, and ways of practice. I dream of a Judaism where Jews of color, LGBTQ, and those of patrilineal descent are recognized as part of the strength of our people. I look to leaders of all Jewish movements to incorporate every Jewish soul who wants to have a voice among our people. We cannot afford to be a people of exclusion and division. We have to do so much more than merely accept and embrace and include. It has to be a true and honest embrace. Imagine, just imagine how incredibly our light will shine when all rivers will flow to Jerusalem, when the old and young will sit in the open spaces and honor one another, when words of division give way to acts of unity. I so believe in the mission of Israel. I am grateful to my in-laws, may they rest in peace, who fought in the Israeli War of Independence, safeguarding our people from those who wanted to annihilate us. I so believe in the promise of Israel, the agriculture, the technology, the science. Without Israeli innovation, our world would be a lesser place. I so believe in the potential of Israel. Jews learning to embrace Jews, Israelis learning to embrace Palestinians, Palestinians learning to embrace Israelis. We have the ability to transform the world if first we start listening to one another. And I so believe in Yerushalayim, in Jerusalem, this beautiful city on a hill where gardens have blossomed through dry soil, where mosques and churches and synagogues dot the skyline, where children safely walk with friends late at night, and where gay pride parades are attracting Jews, Christians, and Muslims, all who want a safe haven. Friends, we have the opportunity and responsibility to keep the magnet of Jerusalem one that attracts rather than repels. But it doesn't happen on its own. It takes work. We can't take for granted that magnetic pull that Jerusalem has. We need to work. How do we do that? We need to join organizations like ARTSA, the Association of Reform Zionists of America, to ensure that we learn about the Reform voice, the pluralistic voice, and the voice that cares about a future that embraces us all. We need to go to Israel, and we're going to remind you about our Israel trip planned for 2022, led by all members of our team. Cantor-Lani has more information. Ask her about it. We want to see you there. It's open for all families. Your voice is Israel's voice. Your voice is the voice of the future. And as we finish Yom Yerushalayim, this celebration of modern Israel, please let us not look to an Israel of the history books. Let's look to a Jerusalem of tomorrow. Ken Yehi Ratzon, may this be God's will. Amen. Friends, our concluding prayers begin with Aleinu. And Aleinu is one of these prayers that teaches us that Bayom Hahu, on the day that comes, all people will have opportunity to be together as one. We ask all who are able to please rise.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
As we prepare for Kaddish Yatom, the mourner's Kaddish, I offer the following reading. It is hard to sing of oneness when the world is not complete. When those who once brought wholeness to our life have gone, and naught but memory can fill the emptiness their passing leaves behind. But memory can tell us only what we were in company with those who we loved. It cannot help us find what each of us alone was now become. Yet no one is really alone. Those who live no more echo still within our thoughts and words, and what they did is part of what we have become. We do best homage to our dead when we live our lives more fully, even in the shadow of our loss. For each of our lives is worth the life of the whole world. In each one is the breath of the ultimate one. In affirming the one, we affirm the worth of each one whose life now ended brought us closer to the source of life, in whose unity no one is alone and every life finds purpose. We remember now friends and family of our community who have died, who continue to shine upon us from their eternal resting spaces. We begin first with those for whom we are in Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning, including Stephen Abrams, Raphael Bellatini, Selma Melman, and Dan Rudman. And for all those who are with us via YouTube and Facebook, we think of those in your friends and families who have died in these past 30 days. I want to add, even though we have not had her funeral yet, a very close mentor of mine, Dr. Merrill Goldman. She was the educator at Rockdale Temple in Cincinnati, the wife of the senior rabbi at the time when I studied in Cincinnati. And I will share what Dr. Merrill Goldman taught me, among other things, is that it's important for the rabbi at the beginning of every Sunday school day to stand to greet people, to say hello. And ever since the beginning of my rabbinate, that's what I've done. And it's because Dr. Merrill Goldman taught me this valuable lesson. We add to their names the yard sites, the anniversaries of the deaths that occur on this Shabbat. We begin with those who have plaques in our Sue and Jerry Erfrig Memorial Room. Charles Allen, Anna Kaplan, Molly Cherry, Hiram Goldberg, Tilly Herman, David Horlick, Carl Kaganowicz, Morton Kaganowicz, Mary Coltman, Philip Lazarus, Morris Magdidson, Anna Pink, Al Rapport, David Philip Ruse, Natalie Nina Salzberg, Benjamin Smargan, Samuel Summers. We also remember Estelle Alt, Ida Barnett, Elaine Bernstein, David Edberg, Linda Fish, Jack Goldman, Abraham Golliff, David Gordon, Jean Krenicki, Lillian Kushinsky, Emma Lackman, Milton Michelson, Margaret Molnar, Frida Needleman, Robert Ozeran, Sandra Paller, Harry Rainier, Stephen Shred, both of my grandparents, Bert Shapiro and Ann Shapiro, Lynn Sylvan, Sylvia Weiss, Harold Wolf, Sarah Zwerin. And again, to all in our community who are remembering their loved ones and who are observing a yard site, we say together. And Carol, I believe, is going to put up the words of Kaddish Yatom. Let me do it from my end. Oops, I can't do it from here. So for those who know, please share with me. Yitkadal v'yitkadash Shemei Rabbah. V'yalma divrach chorotei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon u'v'yomechon. U'v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach leolam u'almei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach. V'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shemei dekudasha barichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Useh shalom b'mromav. U'ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. May the source of peace, who creates peace in the high heavens, help us understand that by reaching out to one another, we create peace on earth as well. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say, Amen.
I'll introduce our closing song. Our closing song is called Mitachat Lashamayim, and this is a song from Israel by David Broza, who's a famous Israeli singer-songwriter. And just wanted to give you a little bit of the translation. We came here from under the sky, two of us like a pair of eyes. We have time under the sky. Meanwhile, we are still here. You and I, the bed is wide for love. Night and day, the smile apologizes for its laziness. And Josh is going to start us off.
באנו לך מתחת לשמיים, שניים כמו זוג עיניים. יש לנו זמן מתחת לשמיים, בינתיים אנו עוד כאן.
לתת אהבה, לילה ויום, לילה ויום, לילה ויום. האחיות מנצל, שהוא מתעצל.
באנו לכאן, מתחת השמיים, שניים כמו זוג עיניים. יש לנו זמן, מתחת השמיים, בינתיים אנו עוד כאן. Lonnie, I think you made your own challah for tonight.
We did. We made some challah in our house tonight, and I have it covered in I think a challah cover that one of my daughters made probably in preschool. So we are going to take out our freshly baked challah, and as our tradition at Temple Akiba, we are going to do this virtually, but we're going to put our hands out, and for everyone who's around, if you are touching the challah, if you have a piece of bread at home, then use your piece of bread. If not, then let's pretend that we're touching the challah. Lena, you want to come and join us? Come here. Come on over. Come help us out. Ready? You're going to touch the challah with me. Ready? Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices joined in happy chorus as our humble prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tei avon.
Shabbat shalom, everyone. We wish you a day of peace, of rest, of joy, and of family. And we're your family right here. So if you're living home alone, just know that we're right here with you. We love you. We miss you. And Bayom Hahu, we look forward to the day of seeing you in person once again. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
באנו
shalom.
לך מתחת לשמיים, שניים